I go, there's only one person who is like 1,000,000% destroying this, okay? Like, there's no way. I just do not see any other way that like anyone's body is even near. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't know. This is making me mad, lol.
Switch with Amari. Albert switch with Amari. And Albert switch with Avi.
Yeah, this is what my ranking would be. This is my ranking.
And this is how the world has voted most attractive body type.
I totally understand the audience ranking because if you're looking at just physicality, not even knowing our personalities or who we are, of course we're gonna have, sexy six-pack over here and, me over here. Why not? I think Latinos are hella sexy, so I don't get why we're over here. Come on, guys. But I respect this. I like it. How do y'all feel?
I'm comfortable, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's hard for me to really...
Bro, you can see his striations like when he's not even fucking flexing. Are you insane? My man is on a totally different planet than everybody else. Holy fuck, dude. But then again, when I look at dudes like this, I'm thinking about it like, what would I want my body to look like? And not necessarily like, oh, I want to fuck them. You know what I mean? But that's insane when you think about that. Like, this dude is on a different playing field, okay?
Really judge on it. I guess the audience has voted. I was expected to be probably more down the line, maybe like 3 or 4. Growing up, I was always like, told like, hey man, you look like a twig or you're very skinny.
I feel like it's pretty okay to feel comfortable when you're the 2 slut though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh no, this is fine. I'm the second hottest in the room. I guess I'm okay with it.
I think it makes sense for the way that I think people generally view the world just based on what you see in the media, social media, whatever. Do I think that it makes sense for anyone as an individual? Not necessarily.
Yeah, I'm not shocked because when I was younger growing up, that's exactly the body type that I wanted to look like. My whole life I compared myself to that, so I think it's expected. So I'm not surprised, but I did have a little bit more hope.
You guys can kind of discuss how you want to do this ranking, and then it's all up to you guys. And as you're talking, feel free to move each other around as much as you want.
I had that body. I know what that's like. I know what that's like. Fucking every time you go to the fucking pool, it's like a terrifying proposition. Wait, that was how your weight was? I mean, it wasn't as bad. Do you have stretch marks? Fuck yeah, I have hella stretch marks. Chubby, shut the fuck up. Dude, I love this. I was 320 pounds, man. I was 320 fucking pounds. I lost 100 pounds over the course of my weight loss journey. Y'all are fucking insane. Yeah, sure, it wasn't as bad as him, but pretty goddamn fucking close. I'm 6'4". Like, my saving grace was my height. Brother, have pectus excavatum, flared ribs, and gyno. The beach is a nightmare for me. Yeah.
How do you feel about being in the middle? Do you feel like you should be farther ahead?
Actually, I was shocked because growing up and stuff, my mom always told me that you'd be more attractive if you gain a little bit more weight. That's why I thought that I would be last, just because that society probably just thinks that skinny guys don't deserve love. But I feel like they do though.
You do.
Yeah.
We love you.
When I was a child and stuff, I would always compare myself to these older and attractive men that had abs and that had chests. I didn't even know what I was watching, but I was kind of just intrigued that I wanted to be that already.
For me, I'm not sure how old everyone is, but I grew up in the whole Abercrombie and Fitch era. You walk in, it's 6-pack abs on the wall. I'm not gonna lie, that motivated me. I wanted that growing up. Do any of you guys think it's wrong to want to look like another body type?
Yes. Because I feel I had a similar, thing to you, where I used to be, roughly like 110 pounds bigger, and I remember people treating me a certain way. Dating was very tough. People didn't want to, date the type I was. And then I lose all this weight, and I start getting treated differently. And it really showed me like I was the same person, and I wanted so bad to look like a certain type and lose a certain amount of weight. But at the end of the day, like I was like, I almost kind of hate the way society's treating me as a smaller person.
Well, that's definitely an interesting answer, but me personally, like if I were to answer that question, I think it's fine to want a certain body type, because for me, I just use it as fuel, like motivation. Like I'm just gonna try to drive as much as I can to get to that point.
I think for me, it's like there's a difference between it being like a motivator, something you love, something you're passionate about, and something that can like deeply consume you into like a dark hole. And it's going to that dark hole where like check yourself.
So as a group, do you guys ever like get any like criticism, or is it a lot of like self-criticism? Because sometimes your own thoughts can like sabotage you.
I think a lot of it for me is self-criticism. Like I know I'm ranked all the way over here, but like when I look in the mirror, I still see like 5 things, 10 things.
Homie has body dysmorphia 100%. Anyone that has that level of body fat and has that musculature has body dysmorphia. That's just a fact. No matter what. Like no matter what. That is I would say the only unfortunate byproduct of going and working out aggressively. There is no other, in my opinion, there are very few negative consequences of working out. That's why I always talk about fitness. That's why I always talk about fitness top of the hour ad break into my rhetoric, and how you can actually avoid that by going to the gym, or more importantly in this circumstance, subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Oh my God, that was the best debate. Holy fuck, I just ended you, dude. Oh my God. You can subscribe for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Or you can get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Here's the 1-minute ad break now. Thank you, Let Me Eat Cobra, for the 5 gifted subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ad breaks. Here's the 1-minute ad break now. Did that feel good? Yes, it felt fucking fantastic, dude. There are so few things on this planet that make me as excited as serving a fucking fat debate and then watching the tomatoes fly in the chat. The poggos and the tomatoes. Fuck money. Thank you for the 5 get the subs. It is so good. It's so fucking good. I'm unsubbing. I hope that was worth it. 16-month streak. Or 8-month streak, 16 months. Gone. I think that thing that bothers me about comments like this is body dysmorphia in men is ignored. No. I lost 130 pounds and gained back 100 pounds thanks to the pandemic, changing shifts at work and hospitalization. Yeah, I lost many years ago 100 pounds across like many years, right? And I would like yo-yo back up to like 250 max. You know what I mean? That was the highest I ever got to. And then I'd go back down to like 230. And I've usually maintained stability at 230, right? That was my like best. But the lowest I got to was like 225. And during the pandemic, or especially during my GTA RP era, when I was living with my mom, I got all the way up to 285, I think. And now I'm down to 200 and... bro, will you debate IRI or call him out? All he does is hate on you and act superior. Fucking take him down. No. Fuck that is. So no. You have a picture of your body at 280? Yeah. On stream. You could see me. But I hide it really fucking well. Okay? Why are girls afraid of this type of guys in Japan? Wait, really? Oh my god, I can't wait to watch this shit after this. I'm down to, so I was at like 285 last year around this time, basically. And I have a photo of it, but I'm not going to show you that photo yet. One day when I'm like motivated enough or have gotten to a point where I actually like lost the fucking weight and I got to a place where I could like, you know, take my shirt off comfortably. And then I will do a comparison. My goal weight is 225 pounds. Thank you, the Atomic Bravo, for the 5 the subs. So when you have large shoulders and a chest, you hide fat much better. Yeah. But anyway, I'm currently at 255. I dropped down all the way to 255 again. So now I'm back in like the pocket of like being in the worst, in the yo-yo area. It took a very long time for me to do recomp. It took me almost a year to finally break through the 260 all the way into the 255s. And it is really, really difficult. It has been really difficult, but that's why you see more photos of my nipple. That's why I always like, that's why I've been posting like shirtless photos and stuff. I'm not fully there yet. Did you just do a shit ton of cardio? No, I've been training with a trainer, and also more importantly than the training with a trainer, because that was good for my cardio. That was good for my muscle recomposition. But more importantly, I've been dieting. Why is that way your specific goal? Because back when I was around 225 pounds, I had a 6-pack. I see you eat nothing but sweet green bowls on stream. Yeah, that's what I eat. I eat sweet green bowls for lunch and then a Chipotle salad bowl for dinner. Or a rotisserie chicken. Lots of people get demotivated after they don't see results for around 6 to 8 weeks, but sometimes your body is stupid and starts to hold on to way too much water and you don't see the results for months. Yeah, that happened to me. And I was still eating at a deficit, or at least I thought I was at a deficit. And I'm pretty sure I was at a deficit because my resting metabolic rate was like really fucking low. And one thing that truly changed my perspective was a biometrics device. I will not name which one I'm using because I don't want to give a hashtag ad to them for fucking free. And they're also incredibly expensive in my opinion, so I don't recommend it for anybody unless they like have the money for it. But there are plenty of other ones that you could use potentially. That biometric device that I have strapped to my fucking body at all times allowed me to at least create a benchmark for my physical activity and how exactly sedentary my lifestyle was, because it gave me like a inaccurate but still in the margin daily caloric breakdown, like how many calories I was burning just by surviving, just by existing. And I realized that Good Fitness
Is obesity a
bid by friend of the show. Oh yeah, I should have Jeff on at some point. Anyway, but I feel like your biometric device's calories burn number is accurate. It's way lower than any other device I've used. I think it hyper focuses on cardio, like because when I do days where I have when I do days where I have like a really, really hard workout, but it's not cardio intensive, it literally feels like the strain is lower than it's supposed to be when I do like light cardio even. And so there are issues with it. But ultimately, like, I'll tell you this much. Yesterday, I didn't work out at all. 2,500 calories burned total. Okay? And I didn't work out at all. I just sat on my ass, and then I fucking fell asleep. I didn't do anything. Not yesterday, sorry. The day before, hold on. That's not true. Here, I'll show you what my daily caloric burn was yesterday. Yesterday, I worked out. I had decent strain, okay? I burned 3,000 calories. The day before that, I did not work out at all. I burned 2,500 calories, okay? You guys think that that's high? I'm 6'4", 255 pounds. That's actually not breaking. Your Andrew Tate video officially hit 1 million views. Yeah, that's late. That's delayed. It's already hit it a couple hours ago. But thank you. Congratulations to 1 million tater tots. 2,500 calories without like even without like any sort of working out or whatever is fucking insanely low for someone of my size and my stature, for the record. Yeah. It's actually crazy low because my resting metabolic rate is crazy fucking low. On workout days, my Fitbit records at least 3,500 calories. Yeah. I'm 6'7", 360 pounds, so I'm burning 3,000 calories just existing? Yeah. So that sounds insane because it sounds like you burn 3,000 calories working out. You burn 500, which is not crazy for a 30-minute workout. I don't work out for 30 minutes. I work out for 2 hours usually, or an hour and 30. But that workout wasn't cardio intensive. But if I go play basketball for an hour and 30 minutes straight up and I'm fucking constantly running, sprinting, I'm burning like 1,400 calories. That's what I mean. I think that's too high, and only burning like 700 calories on a super, super crazy workout is too low if it doesn't have cardio featured in it. So let's continue.
I don't think about myself, and that I still want to change about myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of it really is self-imposed, definitely influenced by the people around you. So I still have work to do myself.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like that's always going to be there.
Yeah.
But also surrounding yourself with individuals who like want the best for you is also good.
After I work out, so I'm like, wow, I look like the sexiest, hottest person on this earth right now. Like,
You are the
I could like really date myself if I want to, but then I'm not gonna, just because like I would want to give other people the chance. But then like
Put this guy in first position.
but then like when I look back on it, like sometimes I do like have like my low days where I'm like, I look like the trashiest rat in the garbage.
For me personally, a lot of like my criticism was like projected by other people. I was plus size my whole life, so I would get made fun of in like elementary and stuff like that. They would call me like Ariel the Little Big Mermaid and stuff like that. Oh, like this kid smells, or like this kid somebody farted. It was that.
Oh no! That just gave me fucking flashbacks, dude. Oh no! Oh, that's the worst. That's the fucking worst. None of you skinny motherfuckers know what that's like. Fuck you. That just literally fucking opened up like a little door into unrealized trauma that I had cast aside for so many fucking years, bro. Oh my God. That is also the reason why I like shower in fucking cologne and shower every day and like sometimes twice a day, and still to this day literally fucking douse myself in deodorant, and like that paranoia stays with you. Stays with you forever. It's permanent. Wait, why are fat people called smelly? Is that related? Because like when you're fat, you sweat more and you got more folds and shit. Flashbacks to having to switch shirts at early school because my weight made me sweat a little more than usual.
Definitely. This kid, like, I think I carry that a lot throughout my life. And, like, I definitely want to, like, get healthy. But it's no longer about, like, being a certain body type. And, you know, when I lost 120 pounds, the first thing, one of my idols, like somebody that I really idolized in my life, the first thing that I heard is like, oh, you looked better when you were fat. So it's like you can never please anybody.
What the fuck?
So you just gotta live for yourself and like
100%.
do what makes you happy, and however you feel best is the motto. So.
I'm very open to being placed anywhere. I don't know which side to go on, so I might as well just put myself in position 3, just be in the middle maybe.
If we're ranking each other in terms of attractiveness, I'm gonna go with the people who I feel energy-wise, who I think I'd be most attractive to in like a hangout scenario.
There you go.
Like, who can I vibe with? And he's like, I don't know if we can hang. We were talking earlier, so I'd put you guys more ahead because I think in a friendship I'd be like more attractive.
What?
Like, go to beer with you guys, hang out. You seem really cool, but I think I'd put you at 3.
All right, I'm good with
And then I am not in college anymore, and I don't remember what that was like. I don't know if we could have a ton of stuff to get along with, but I'd put you at 4, and I hate hanging out alone, so I'm going to 5.
Oh, this is tough. Eric, I think you're an awesome dude. I definitely think you should be over here. You've been like open and warm and like a fun bro.
What spot would you put me into though? Who are you switching?
Amari, I think you've been in the first position for a while.
I'm more than happy to move.
That's your number 1.
Oh my god.
That's your number 2.
Kangaroo 42, thank you for the 5 you've just subbed.
And then one more. Myself here. Oh, this is weird.
Talking like non-physically, I think personality-wise, there are definitely people in this group that I think, much more, open and outgoing in a way that like I wish that I could be. A lot of my confidence is rooted in my physical appearance, and I will be very honest with that. But I'm actually gonna go to a 3. Avi, I think I will put you
Shut the
at
fuck
a
up.
1. Eric at a 2. And then
This is so stupid, dude. I mean, it's wholesome, but like, it's failing the main goal of the fucking thing. I'm sorry. That's not how this shit works. You know what I'm saying?
Ariel at a 4.
I'll put myself last just because I feel like I'm more like laid back and reserved, and like I don't really like take the initiative as much, and I don't really kind of like show my personality like to kind of like random people. Avi, I put you as 4 just because your number 4 is just your vibe, your spot.
That is the nicest way to be like, you're the 4th. It's just your energy.
And then I would actually have Omari be 3. Just because like you kind of feel like the neutral stance of like being like introvert but also extrovert too. But also because like you kind of stand the ground between the skinnies and also the thickies as well. I would actually put Ariel at number 2. Eric, you're number 1 just because like you embrace like your body no matter like what anyone else thinks. And I feel like that's the type of like mentality I want to have no matter what.
I loved that. That was beautiful. That was great. I feel so warm.
Thank you.
Okay, are you guys happy with this? Want to make any last changes?
I'm stoked about this.
I think gay men and straight men would probably rank them similar. But I think women might have like a different ranking overall. I think gay men and straight men would probably rank them similar by like physical appearance, like who's shredded. Maybe a little bit of a difference because like some people like bears, some people like twinks and whatever. But I think like maybe the women would rate them differently. I don't know.
I'm totally okay with this line.
Gay men turn into Mussolini when it comes to the male body. Oh yeah. The way Austin sees his own body is so funny. Like, he's crazy. What is this? 100 girls versus 100 boys for 500,000?
Build 2 massive circles and put 100 boys in one and 100 girls in the other. And whichever...
What the fuck is this?
I won't say no.
Based off of like how well I got to know each and every one of them, in that sense, I do feel like it was a good fit. I don't know. It's hard.
I acknowledge that attractiveness isn't only physical. A lot of it has to do with personality, how you interact with other people, how you make them feel. I know that there are things that I want to work on, which is why I ranked myself.
This was so dumb. They just didn't do it.
怖い。怖い。せっかくだったら見たいってこ
Why are girls afraid of this type of guy in
と。
Japan?
まあまあそういうことですね。Skinny, curvy, chubby, muscular. How muscular are men allowed to be in Japan? We're gonna go and ask Japanese girls here what their type
Stop!
is and how muscular boys.
Stop playing with me right now. What? Do Japanese girls not like muscular men? Like, what about like someone who's like, kind of bulky and like 6'4"? You know what I mean? Like hairy. What about those kinds of guys? You know what I mean? Like, muscular often means arrogant. No, you need 400x dad bod.
In Japan are allowed to be. Let's go and ask Japanese. Macho, 好きですか？
細マッチョが好きです。
No!
私も細マッチョ。
No!
細マッチョって何ですか？
パッと見あんまりムキムキに見えないけど、なんかちょっとちらっとお腹が見えた時に腹筋バキバキみたいな。
なんか見た目めちゃひょろっとしてるけど、ちゃんと筋肉もあっていいなって思います。
シャツ開けないとマッチョかどうかわからないじゃないですか。それなんか
それが逆にギャップが。
見たらガリガリくんと思ってて、ひょっと見たらあらみたいな。じゃあちょっと海外のマッチョの写真持ってきたので。
Bro, why? Okay, I don't want to be inappropriate, but like, what's going on here? Why is she dressed like that? Is that normal? Like, Japanese fashion? But that's Japanese fashion. They're dressed up normally. What is it? That's their thing as a YouTuber?
ちょっと4つの種類のマッチョを集めてきて、どっちの1、2、3、4どこまでいけますか？
どれが一番好き？1、1。
No!
みんな一番1？じゃあ2はどうですか
？2はガチすぎる感じ。なんかめちゃくちゃ鍛えてそうな感じが。
Bro, what the fuck?
っていう領域まで行ってそう。なんか自分の筋肉好きすぎるみたいな。
3は
3はちょっとムキムキすぎ。
怖い。
4は
4は多分もうプロな領域でボディービルダーみたいな。じゃあ
付き合うって言えば1みんな。2は
まあいけるかも。
でも1がいいかなみたいな。
2はもしかして生活によるって感じですか？今日みんなに聞いてるのは、男性の体のタイプのマッチョは海外で結構人気なんですけど、自分的にはマッチョはどうなんですか？
マッチョ？でもあんまマッチョすぎるとちょっと苦手かも。ちょっと筋肉あるぐらいがいいです。
いいですね。
Bro, this is literally the reverse Paolo for me, okay? This video, unironically, is doing like don't go to Japan propaganda. Like every time I watch a Paolo video, I'm like, oh man, Japan looks so sick. I can't wait to go one day. This is the first time I've been like, God damn, maybe Japan is not so fucking sick. Japanese people in general also hate body hair. No! This is women in America too, man. No, it's not. Yeah, motherfucker, women in America prefer like skinny dudes in general. Are you insane? What America are you living in? Like for every Timothy Chalamet, there's like fucking multiple Chris Hemsworths. What are you talking about? It's way broader in America. It probably is broad in Japan too. This is anecdotal.
どうでしょう？
私もちょっと、筋肉ありすぎるのは、体が大きすぎるのはちょっと苦手ですね。
なんで苦手でしょう？
なんで？なんだろう。男しすぎてちょっと、並べないなって思います。
海外のマッチョを持ってきたんですけど、自分はどこまでいけそうですか？見えますか？
タイプ。うわ、1か2だな。
私1か2か2か3かな。
Oh!
私2です。
Let's go!
私も2です。
おー、じゃあ2選んだ理由は？
Okay, we're getting places. They're getting more muscular.
なんかちょうどよく筋肉が程よくついてる感じでかっこいいなって感じですね。
どうでしょう？2選んだ理由は？
細すぎず太すぎず見てて一番楽しいからです。
見てて楽しいですってどういう意味ですか？
見てて魅力を感じます。
じゃあ海外の人はよく腕出したりとか見えるじゃないですか。日本ではもう腕出してる男性見えないんですかね？
あんまいない気がします。確かに。
じゃあ腕を出して一緒に並んで歩くの人誰にしますか？
やっぱ2番ですね。私は2か3かな。3でもいいです。ね。
Oh, she likes them big ones, dude. Look. 3 is muscular territory. She's like 3. She keeps saying 3. She's like, I want some meat on them bones. You know what I'm saying? Thickums. She's like, yeah, a little bit more musculature for me. Okay, I like that. Okay, this is salvaging.
ここで3選んだ理由は？
ちょっと力強い感じが頼りになりそうだからです。
こういうゴリマッチョと一緒になんか散歩かデートかできるのであれば何したいですか？
海とか行ってみたいです。
せっかくだったら見たいってことですね。
まあそういうことですね。
私も海とか行きたいし、まあ肩車とかしてほしいですね。
肩車、ここ原宿でやりますか？
やります。
じゃあ肩車、姫様抱っこ、どっちがいいんですか？
ああ、それはお姫様抱っこです。
もちろん。
うん、
もちろん。
もちろん。
姫様抱っこの日本人女性が憧れる理由は？
こう包み込んでもらってる感じがかっこいいです。
自分を可愛がってもらえてるからみたいな。まあ、頼りになるからですね。
姫様抱っこされたことは？
ちっちゃい頃にパパにとかそんだけこれからです。
これからどうでしょう？
ありますね。
教えてくださいよ。友達も気になってるんで。
ちょっと待って、家でお姫様抱っこしてもらいました。
今誰って言ってたんですか？
家でしか
家で、2回だけです。2回だけ。
好きな人に？
そうです。
Why in the West it seems to be more of a thing to woo women with your muscular biceps showing off them guns? Here in Japan, it seems to be more like less is more kind of attitude, even though I think that the boys in the pictures all already had more muscle mass than I've seen on any boy here in Japan. I haven't seen it. Even someone who is as muscular as number 1 on average.
Bro, why does she sound like a VJ from the Netherlands who can also speak Japanese? She's German? Oh, okay. She sounds like she's about to break into. She sounds like she's about to start talking about that. Oh yeah, it's the Funky Beat Show. I'm Besson. It's the Funky Beat Show, yeah. And we are looking at the musculature of the boys. Hardcore. Hard fucking core. Hardcore to the mega.
Maybe on the beach or in Halloween. That's about it. Interesting. Guys, let us know what is your type 1 till 4. What do you think is popular in your country? Let us know in the comments. And guys and girls, check out this video if you haven't seen it already. If you're curious about
which type is most hated?
ありたい体。圧倒的1ですね。
Oh, they're talking about girls? Okay, we're not doing that because that would be sexist. Rank choose from introverted to extroverted. Teen boys anonymously answer 7 burning questions. I kind of want to see this because it has 600,000 views. I wonder why. I don't know this reference. Didn't play this game on stream. Yeah, don't worry about it.
In an age of call-outs, culture wars, and perfect facades, people can be afraid to express how they really feel. So we brought together 7 strangers, protected their identities, and asked them all 7 burning audience questions. What will be revealed when we take the mask off?
They're gonna ask them, are you ashamed of your Hasanabi 38-month subscription? That is the most burning question that you can ask a teen boy, okay? Whether he admits that he's a Hasanabi head or not. Most people will say no. Or most people will say yes, they are ashamed. But only the few Giga Chads will say, no, I'm not ashamed. I say it all the time. I wear it proudly on my sleeve.
If the answer is yes, you will flip on your light. Do you watch porn?
It's accessible, and because it's accessible and it's there, people use it. I'm one of them.
I think most guys can agree that they have at least at some point watched it, and you know, I mean, it's if you can enjoy it in a healthy way, if you can enjoy masturbating in a healthy way, I think then like by all means go for it. But
yeah, I do watch porn. God. A lot of my teenage years, I spent a lot of time self-obsessing over it to the point where it kind of became an addiction. And it took until very recently to get out of the hole of, you know, paying for porn. I do watch it, but I don't like that I watch it.
I'm gonna bring
Homie's got a fedora.
Conversation.
I said no. I used to watch it a lot before. I would say I was addicted to it. My dad is in prison, so there was no one really for me to talk to about sex. So porn was my education on sex.
From personal experience, it messed me up because after watching it so much, you know, I'm sure we've all been there where you're on.
Bro, this is what I was talking about yesterday. If when I was a teenager I had access to internet porn, I feel like I would have come out differently. Cause like, I get why people are fucking nofap nowadays, because like, it's fucking insane to think about. Like, I was so fucking horny, dude. I was so goddamn horny when I was growing up. You guys already know the jokes. Like, I drew my own titties and stuff. The fap too. And honestly, I didn't have access to internet porn, but like if I did, I would have probably only done that. Like I literally would have just dropped everything and only looked at internet porn like all day, every day. No internet in Turkey? You're not that old? Internet pornography was not readily accessible to me when I was growing up. I'm 31 years old. Especially because we had one family computer. Computers were not as like commonplace. iPhones and shit did not exist when I was growing up, when I was young. You have to remember. Yeah, the PSP was revolutionary for me, for sure. Zoomers don't understand. Like, we had to fucking go to Aries and LimeWire, FrostWire, and go to like peer-to-peer, you know, torrent services to try to download the same exact pornography over and over again. And it was on a shared PC, so like in the fucking living room, so you can't do that. Anyway,
on page 5 and like nothing is right. Like you're looking for that right video, but your dopamine like receptors and everything is so messed up at this point that.
Hey, what's your views on it though? I love porn. I think porn is great. What that kid said is really important. Remember, he said, "Oh, I didn't have a father figure in my life, so I had no one to teach me about sex. So porn taught me about sex." That's societal failure being placed upon a form of art and you know, consumption. No, porn should never have the expectation of educating people, just like fucking Hollywood is not educating people. You know what I mean? You don't fucking look to Hollywood to educate your children. That's crazy.
The same thing that would get you off wouldn't get you off anymore, right? I went so deep into it where I'm a straight man, I started watching trans porn because it was just erotic in a different way that I've never seen before. I needed more stimulation.
Because of porn.
Bro, homie just thought that watching trans porn was like bad. Maybe you just like, you know, maybe you just like it. I don't understand. Like, what's the... Dude, you are fucking asinine. That shit's dark. Wait, what? Hey, you asked me what my views on porn are. I said I like porn. I think porn is fine. I think porn can be great. Porn can help you experiment safely with what kind of kinks you might have. And that the expectation should not be... The expectation of like educating children on sex should not be placed upon porn. That's an asinine, dark fucking thing to say. Like, what do you mean? I'm failing to understand what you're trying to say here. Why is that asinine or dark? Or this guy keeps saying you should do a political analysis of Attack on Titan. No.
Yes, because of pornography. So I don't think it's just entertainment. It actually affects with your brain and the way you perceive love.
You think that a lot of teenagers or teen boys are really educated on the effects of pornography?
No.
No, not at all.
Have you ever cried in front of someone else?
I wholeheartedly agree with the statement. I feel like it's easier to open up towards women, which is kind of embarrassing, but like, quite frankly, I feel like they understand emotions more because they've.
No, porn is not great. Stop. No, porn is bad, guys. Bro, porn is more bad than good. Good luck. Brother, that's a crazy take, man. I don't know how else to describe this to you other than that's just crazy. Watching the stream, I've learned many people's fetishes. Hasan saying no.
They really understand the whole crying. I mean, I feel like crying is sort of normal to them, and they see of it as like a way to express themselves.
It's interesting that you said that you're more comfortable to cry in front of women. I had a girlfriend and she broke up with me over text. And before that, we were like talking and I cried in front of her and I was being honest, and I thought that's what you're supposed to do. That's what my dad taught me, right? But I guess she interpreted it as being insecure.
Why do you never touch on how the industry abuses or exploits women, though, or at least emphasize how important it is to consume ethical porn? That's really interesting that you say that, considering that I've had quite literally multiple sex workers on this broadcast and have brought that up numerous fucking times and have talked about that extensively. So perhaps that's a you problem, as in you haven't sought that kind of information out. Or maybe you're just a fucking dumbass swerve who wants to use that as an entry point into this conversation to be like, oh, it's like, oh my God, why do you never talk about that? I do. I have talked about it, and I do continue to talk about it. I literally brought it up when we were talking about fucking Andrew Tate for the past, 2 days in a row, as a matter of fact. The reason people have this porn is bad attitude is because they've been taught that sex is bad. Sex isn't bad, it's natural, it's fun, it's necessary. I agree. Hating porn and hating sex work comes from the same fucking area of just, hating sex or being afraid of sex, having a puritanical attitude towards sex and sexuality. That's it. That's where it comes from. That's it.
And she broke up with me, and that really messed me up for a little while because...
Dwarves always bring up Artemis as some kind of own. I always see them bring it up almost every time you're trending. Yeah, dude. It's fucking insane. But what are you going to do? They literally think that, because I went to a brothel that was raided for tax evasion, okay, that 10 years after I went to that brothel, that, I am personally responsible for it. And then they claim it's rated for human trafficking when those charges were dropped. So I don't know what to fucking tell you. I'm very open about it.
It's well, now I know I can't show any kind of insecurity. So I don't like crying in front of women. I'd rather cry in front of some family that I trust, right?
That's interesting because I'd rather find a stranger on the street and tell them everything I'm going through because I will never see them again in my life, and I feel like they won't be able to judge me because I'll never see them.
I'd rather have a stranger think I'm strong and my family know all my problems, so it's interesting.
Feminism has gone too far.
In the feminism movement, there's so much of tearing down men or trying to put men back in their spot.
But if the women want us men to step up, then I feel like it'd be a lot more productive instead of tearing down men and telling us all what we're doing wrong, than to, on the other hand, to build us up. I guess for the sake of keeping us accountable for our actions, and as men, we also need to step up.
Giving females more opportunities to certain things, I just think that's quite unfair. And it's like, you got to put in the work, you got to put in the certain things to earn these things. And it's not like women are granted less access to these jobs. I mean, I know there's plenty of women who are in business, who are doing good things for America. I just find it counterintuitive that this whole feminist movement is advocating for equal rights in certain things when they already have access to them.
I'm a feminist, I guess. I believe in the equality of men and women. I think that when we talk about feminism, a lot of it boils down to employment. I think that the bringing down of men, you guys keep on saying bringing down men and shaming them, I think that is way overstated. I have never been shamed for my maleness.
I think, if you look at any movement, there's definitely going to be like a radical portion of that movement. But at the same time, I want to open up the question to you guys. Do any of you guys have personal experience?
Let's go! Let's go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Some smart ass fucking teens, bro. Talk about how feminism has gone too far.
Brought down, like to bring a woman up? A little bit like in high school. And it's not like the worst thing in the world. We have like an ASB my sophomore year, there was like happy thoughts, right? Like every Friday you just write something and you put it in the bin. It'll just be the girls and then some, more of the feminine guys complimenting each other, which is not a...
The guy who claimed that, who Dasha retweeted, writes for Peter Thiel under an anonymous pen name. Oh yeah, wasn't that guy getting fucking dunked on Twitter like last week actually, or like a couple days ago? The guy who said like the guy who, because I said like Hunter Biden is based or whatever, he was like, oh Hasan, I bet you would love to do child sex trafficking or some shit. Jubilee, literally still a group of incels, yeah. Yes, they were shitting on him for dunking on you, GGs. No, they weren't shitting on him for dunking on me. They were shitting on him for something else. I think he had like a weird coffee meme or something. What was it? Fuck. Yeah, he does work for Thiel, though. A lot of those, like, post-left people all work for Peter Thiel, we found out, which is pretty funny. Oh, he said baristas aren't working class. Is that why? Yeah. Oh, it's so great. He said service workers aren't proletarian. Literally, the most exploited, the most mistreated fucking people are not proletarian. Like, it is fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah, no, you totally understand. You totally understand Marxism. You definitely, you figured it out. No, those guys are so fucking annoying. Just say you're a conservative, dog. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you have to put a different spin on it? He's like, I'm a Marxist conservative. Who's working class then? The only person who's working class is a fucking factory farm owner, okay? That's it. They are so aesthetics focused. I love that. I love how fucking dumb they are. One out of five farmer in the Netherlands is a millionaire. And these dumb motherfuckers were saying that those guys are more proletarian despite owning multiple fucking assets, despite owning actual fucking capital, that those guys were more proletarian than the fucking Starbucks baristas, dude. Holy shit. Someone make this comic. Chad coffee grower, I grow coffee. Chad coffee refiner, I refine coffee. Chad coffee packager, I package coffee. Virgin barista, I literally make coffee. And then someone did make that. This is the guy. Fucking dumb motherfucker. He only thinks people who touch the actual products are proletarian law. Yeah. So stupid. Pat Sock and socials are contradictory. The international proletariat belongs to no nation, and I'm fucking sick of tapping the sign. Yes, dude. National boundaries. You can't have a fucking... You can't... I'm not even going to get into it. OG tweet. Oh, here it is. The definition of proletarian matters because it distinguishes reactionary unions of bourgeois service work from proletarian labor, which is unionized. The Amazon union is proletarian. The Starbucks union is not. If you don't understand this, you never will. Wait, what? Society does not need Starbucks workers. Society does need Amazon workers. Wait, what? Homie just said the definition of proletarian matters. And who makes up that distinction? Me. I decide. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think that it had anything to do with the relations to meet the means of production? No. It has everything to do with the relationship you have with me. I don't drink coffee, so fuck you. Dude, that's awesome. He said bourgeois service work, dude. This is what no theory does to a motherfucker? No, dude, this is like, these are guys who have been carefully handpicked and plucked by dickheads like Peter Thiel to instill reactionary sentiment and like hyper-individualist American reactionary sentiment within the online left, because it is one of the few areas of like organizing, or where one of the few areas where organizing can happen. Not that it does, okay? But it's still incredibly fucking fractionalized, okay? So it's super easy to further undermine the little marginal kind of fucking power you have on the internet, or the marginal organizational capacity you might have on the internet. That's what the rest of my comments said, Hasanabi. On a real note, this is the most likely intended as a fractionalist capitalist attempt to divide the working class. Yeah, exactly. He said coffee is bourgeois decadence. Yeah, you know who else thought that coffee was bourgeois decadence? Or rather, felt like coffee was not something that maybe people in Eastern Bloc countries could get? The USSR, motherfucker. Guess what? You know what happened? Riots. That's what. Sometimes you need fucking treats. No, not Nazis. I'm talking about the USSR. But Hassan, you don't understand. You're not proletariat if you're exploited by who I see as the privileged class exclusively. Luxury commodities are essential to sating the population? Absolutely. Anyway, that's awesome. This shit is so dumb. Sorry, let's get back to this.
Problem, but as they're complimenting each other, oh, look at you, you're killing it, and then they'll even like insult me. It went from being happy thought to build up Women Day. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's a wall, and we should break down that wall and focus on the human race. Not women, not men, not Mexicans, not this. We should all bring each other up.
I've been anxious about my penis size.
I started watching pornography, I think around the age of 11 or 12, and that's a very impressionable, vulnerable place to be in. So of course, there's always these feelings about looking at your body.
Yeah, and I think the competition is probably what affects me the most part. You know, it's the thing you're like, I know good and well there's dudes bigger than me, and she says it doesn't matter, but it still plays on my mental when I go to sleep at night.
Currently, I'm not really like afraid of the size that I have because I am kind of becoming more confident in my body and the way that I am. And I don't really feel like it's going to matter nearly as much when you're with someone for 10 years as you are for like a one-night stand. So I am not personally like that uncomfortable with my size.
Everything that you just said like is true, and like you just need to become confident in your own self by knowing what people really look for. But like, it's hard to get on Netflix and watch Euphoria and think like these are like grown-ass men playing high school people, and you think like
they used fake penises though, and from what I understand, there's some fucking tea. Made me feel really happy when I heard about this, actually, in a fucked up way. But apparently they use fake cocks in Euphoria, I've never watched it. I don't know what the fuck goes on there, but I remember hearing about this. They use prop cocks, and turns out the prop cock is actually much larger than the actual cock of the tall one, the tall dude. So apparently, like, some people have been very disappointed. They see it in real life. That's so crazy, dude. Holy shit. What a weird situation to find yourself in as an actor, because you're like, oh yeah, I'll use a prop cock. But then also at the same time, you're like, then everybody has the expectation that you're going to be fucking hung. Terrible. Speaking of prop cocks or stunt cocks, Willem Dafoe has a fat one. Okay? Has a fucking fat one. And his dick is so big that what was the movie? Like, a director came out and once said that his cock was so girthy and so large that there's a fucking in the movie Antichrist, they had to bring in a cock stunt double because his dick was like out of place. Lars von Trier came out and said they had to bring in a stunt double cock to make the cock look normal sized. Yeah. Lars von Trier finds Willem Dafoe's penis confusingly large. You had a stand-in dick for Dafoe? Yes, we had to have, because Will's own was too big. Too big to fit in the screen? No, too big because everybody got very confused when they saw it. People would get intimidated, especially when he ejaculates blood. That was, that was the double. It's quite a trick. There's a video of Willem Dafoe hanging dong and running around, and it's fucking silly large. The deep on the boys had to be photoshopped out. Wait, really? Someone link his cock. Any advice to small cock owners? Yes. Learn how to eat pussy. And also, don't let it fucking don't let it ruin your life. Actually, even if you have a large cock, you should do that regardless. A lot of people who didn't hear about it are going to find out without a link. No shot. Chase Crawford is that hot and has a massive cock. In the first Thor movie, they edited Tom Hiddleston's bulge to look smaller. If you have a small peeper like me, make sure you know how to find the clitoris and do finger exercises. I do judo, so my fingers are like machines. Good one, chatter. Are you speaking from experience? I mean, I'm quite happy with what I have. Let's just say that much. But yes. Oh, another thing I'll tell you. As far as porn goes, yes, there are dudes with like incredibly fat dongers in porn, okay? There's like 10 inches, 13 inches, all the stuff, right? But ultimately, a lot of the porn dicks that you see aren't even that big. There's just camera angles and shit. Not the 13, but yeah, I'm just exaggerating. A lot of it is camera tricks. Like, I think, what is it? Like, the average porn cock is actually like 6 to 7 inches or something. And the girls are very tiny too. And I can confirm I dated a porn star. A very famous one, as you guys know. Nine inches is like the longest recorded without medical intervention or conditions. Okay, no 13 inches, but whatever, like 9 inches. It's just that all the dudes are 5'5" and always skip leg day. What percentage of your audience is female, Hassan? Because I think it just went up 20%. They also pumped them up a lot before some scenes to make them bigger at first. Also, losing weight will put inches on your penis, as I've said before.
Well, that's not what I look like. And then you think about.
What's the biggest misconception when dating a porn star, would you say? I mean, I can't speak for all porn stars. I have hooked up with plenty of sex workers. But in my experience, I think a lot of sex workers are more into like less kinky shit than you would think in their personal life. Missionary, straight missionary, just like regular missionary. Undefeated, it's goated. I'd go so far as to say it's underrated. As a matter of fact, people always like shit on missionary and say, oh, it's too vanilla, it's too vanilla. No, it is. It's great.
Like every person that I have been with or will be with has probably seen this. I think that's really where that anxiety comes from. It's just the fact that other people probably have expectations.
Yeah, eye contact.
I have questioned my sexuality.
It's the intimacy, yes. Eye contact and intimacy is what makes it.
I guess growing up, I was never one of like the jocks of school. I always was into music, I was always into theater, and so growing up, you know, I was always bullied because of that, because I was being too gay or whatever, and I always hung out with the girls. And so I definitely did kind of buy into what everyone else was saying, their peer pressure of.
No spreading bad weight loss rhetoric, bitch. Losing weight does not add inches to your penis, lol. You can just see more of it if it was covered. Yes, obviously, that's what I mean. It doesn't like magically make your dick bigger.
Like saying, oh, you're gay, this is how you're gonna end up turning out because this is how you are now. With where I am now in my life, I've just kind of gotten to a place where I've grown to be confident. I know what my identity is.
People thinking that definitely, like, it gets you thinking, you know? It gets you thinking like, well, like, am I? Or should I be? You know, it's like, should I be attracted to dudes because I like things that are quote unquote gay? You know, but then I guess it just reveals the issue that like, we've made certain things gay and made certain things straight.
Yeah, right. Mine didn't stem from any kind of like extra like curricular activity. My stuff stemmed from porn, as I mentioned before. And when I started watching trans porn, and it's weird to say, but like I got really nervous. I got really nervous because I thought maybe I'd be gay. And so, you know, I did my research on it, and I was kind of obsessed with trying to figure out like what this could mean. And all the stuff I would look up was saying like, if you watch trans porn, you're still straight because they're women and stuff like that. But I'm thinking like, what would my family think?
Dog, that's a bad question to ask, okay? What would my family think? Like, check Twitter trending? No thanks. Why would you fucking have that convo with your parents, dude? That's such a weird convo to have. Hey, Dad, I'm watching this kind of porn. I'm watching that kind of porn. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Never do that.
I've never sought out, like, every time I talk to a trans woman in real life, there's no like actual attraction there. So I'm still lost in the fact of what I actually am attracted to, but I guess I am still straight because they are women.
Quite frankly, right now I feel happy with my sexuality, and I feel that it's not wrong to question your sexuality in terms of law in America. Like, you're free to question whatever you want. You can question your religion. you can question your culture. It's just society is the things that constrains those certain things to be what's normal and what's wrong.
Yeah, I feel like there's such a strong stigma to be straight, you know, like, or strong, like a more like a pushing you into it, that even right now I feel the desire to like explain myself, even though we're anonymous right now. I feel like I've never been with, like, I've only been with like actual like cis women, but like I don't I know this, like no one is judging me. We're all here to be honest. But it's such a stigma that from the last 18 years of my life, that in this moment right now I feel embarrassed and ashamed for something that should just be, that's just the way it is, you know.
I'm scared of dying.
I think of it as like, I'm extremely scared of death. I mean, I watched my father die like right before me. It's a scary thing. They just stop breathing. And just the idea of like,
Jesus Christ.
nothing is just extremely terrifying to me. It's like, you don't really know what's going on. Like, are you even thinking? Are you even there? You're just a blip out of just space.
It is terrifying. We don't know. And as a Christian, I want to pretend that like I know that there's heaven and hell, but at the end of the day, I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, I think I always had the fear as a kid growing up that I'm gonna die and like not fulfill like what I wanted to do here on Earth, right? But every time I thought about dying, it was as an old person. But 2 years ago, when I started working as a lifeguard, this lady and her friend came to the pool, and I haven't been going, and she just starts having a seizure. And luckily, I did everything right, and EMS showed up, and she was safe. But then 2 weeks later, she unfortunately had another seizure while driving, and she died. And that's when I realized life is like, it can happen to anyone at any point. And if I just die and don't do anything with my life, then that's what I'm scared of.
I said that I don't.
This dude's talking about like death in his immediate life and experience, and you're like, yo, Willem Dafoe dick. You got chat Googling Willem Dafoe dick, man.
Yes, because unlike you guys, I don't really have an experience, so much hands-on experience with death.
Am I afraid of the
The only thing you should be afraid of is the top of the hour ad break, dude. Okay? That's it. And of course, there's ways to avoid that fear. Like by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Okay? Or by getting gifted fucking anonymously 20 subs. Okay? And no longer living in fear of the top of the hour ad break that comes at the top of every hour. But if you're not lucky, you can make your own luck by subscribing for, like I said, for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite streamer. Hopefully it's me. There's the woman ad break now. Shouts out to the anonymous gifter.
that I will die someday? No. But I think, obviously the fact that it might come way sooner than you expect is a scary thought. But it's the one thing that makes life like special. You know what I mean? It's the one thing I feel like that actually gives meaning to it. Because if you would never die, then you would never do anything. Because you would always have more time to do it.
Do you guys feel like you can actually be your genuine self when you're like talking to a girl or hanging out with a girl?
There's definitely a difference between like talking or opening up to like my friends that are girls versus like a girl that I'm interested in.
Like obviously if you're trying to impress a girl, you're gonna be dressed nicely, you're gonna wear some cologne, you're not gonna like fart around her, right? It's like it's a filter thing. But like when it comes to your mom, like your mom's a girl, and I wholeheartedly trust my mom. So I'm gonna be myself around the people I trust more.
I guess that's what it is. There's a lot of times I walk away with talking to a girl I'm really interested in, and I'm like, man, I didn't just go up and be me. And then my best friend, right? He used to be my best friend. He's kind of a womanizer, but I see him get so much success. And every time I've gotten success is doing things that he's done, which is just putting on a facade, telling them what they want to hear.
I think it's good to be yourself because, you can only put a mask on for so long.
It's refreshing to talk to people and realize that I'm not the only one who feels a certain way about things. It's nice, and it's a step in the right direction for me in becoming more comfortable with being open and honest with everybody.
I think just the whole open conversation, like this won't bite me in the end later, or like someone's not gonna listen to this and think, oh, that guy's bad. I have more safety of expressing my honest opinions, and whether those be good opinions or bad opinions, it's like it's a better way to express one's true self without trying to be influenced by what high school is and all the people influencing you. And
Austin show. A big dick is nice to look at sometimes, and it's sometimes suck on, but not practical. This man failed booty boot camp, brother. Okay, he couldn't get past the tutorial mission. The fuck does he know about big dicks?
in high school, because frankly, high school is just popular culture, what people think is popular.
He flunked out.
Thank you so much.
That's weird that they just like turn the lights on. That's an odd thing to do. If it's too big, it hurts. It's true. It's like having a big flashy car you can't park everywhere. Can we watch TikTok? No. This is why he was looking at stream. Looking at other man. Yeah, we didn't even look at a single fucking manosphere one yet. I kind of want to see what this
Circle
is
has
though.
more people after 100 hours wins $500,000. But if you touch the red line, you're eliminated.
We got that! Oh, we got that!
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving either.
It is a team competition. Boy.
Bro, I clicked on this specifically because I wanted to see what he looks like without hair. Didn't he buzz his hair or something? 6 queer people versus 1 liar. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see like they calling you outlaw, fresh and food, dude.
You know that guy Hasanabi? Has Hasanabi ever been on your ass?
No, he's the
Switch
one.
guy?
Him and Ethan are the ones that issued the challenge.
And they
Hassan.
didn't want to debate, right? I said this.
Wait, what? No, I do want to debate. Where is this coming from? Bro, Sneeko is like that fucking little kid who did like the alt-right adjacent commentary and now is like doing the young wannabe Andrew Tate. Straight up.
Said the same thing. I tried to debate him and he didn't answer.
He tried to debate me? What? That's just a straight up lie, bro. I don't know you like that, little bro. I've never fucking... They're trying to preempt denying you the debate? Yeah, what is happening right now?